So when you sign up for an account, you get to choose an account name. We call the subdomain. Okay, so this is a multi-tenant environment. So you can set up user account and also administrative control, like roles and responsibility, so that you can have certain set of users that only has certain privileges. Right? Some that you can only view, some you can manage the workload, and some you can actually create like instances that affect it. So I'm going to walk you through those. So once you have your subdomain created, then we will send you an activation email, and you can click on the link, and the link with the subdomain will be activated. So after you do that, then you can just go to your subdomain.appcara.com and log in. So for me, I'm still using many different accounts, so I'm using my Yahoo email address for demonstration purposes. So once you log in with your user password, it's going to go into the dashboard. Right, so the dashboard basically gives you a overview of all the different workloads that we have created. So this is a test account that we do, so there are many different workloads. It gives you a summary of different cloud providers, how much monthly spend do you have. Like currently, we can deploy instances into AWS and REST. Right? So to set up an account is really easy. So after you receive the activation email, you click on it, log in, and basically you don't have any workload here. Right? So one of the first things that you do is that you go to settings. Now you can create more users, and you can also go to the cloud profile to add new cloud profile. So setting up is really easy. I mean, you can choose AWS. We already have. You can put a name there, the SSP account number, secret key, and then you're all set. So let me go through the workload. When you click on workload, then you have a listing of all the different workloads that you have created. Right? It shows you like how many different instances is running, stop, and different status. You through creating a new workload. So when you create a new workload, you can put a name, say my workload, right? So there are two ways that you can create a workload. One is that we call the preview platform. So those are very integrated applications that we package for you. So you can view these applications, a list of applications in one view, so that you can see the settings by going through different applications. I'm going to show you later. Or you can set up just a template, right? So I'm not going to pick those up right now, and then I show you how to do it later. So if you want to create a workload from scratch, you have platforms. Those are basically operating systems, and then templates are the ones that you have defined. So you can go to template management and put in the AMI ID of Amazon, and you will automatically code into our library. And you can define those as public or private. Public meaning that other people can also use it. Private meaning that you are the only one who can use it. So I'm going to show you a simple illustration right now. You can just drag and drop the operating system into the grid. Like this name, you can change the name if you want to separate into different tier names. So to launch the server is really simple. You just drag it over and you launch. Now, you want to make sure that the building is going to start, so you want to authorize the deploying, and then that's all you need to do, right, to deploy a server. So while this one is going, let me start another one, and so I can show you what else can you do. Right, so if you want to configure the server, you can configure like different sizes. I mean, these are pulled directly from AWS or Rackspace in real time. And you can have different keys that you assign to it. And also, you can install applications for it, right? So, right now, the limitation is that the instance needs to be up and running before you can install applications. So I'm going to show you this later. And you can also create firewall rules to the instance. So as you can see, this server already created when it turns green, and also give you a status bar on the bottom. So let's say now I want to go to configure server and then say I want to install application. So we have a list of applications. We are adding more and more applications as we go. So let's say we just want to make some dummy name. So this is port 80, and so it's installing the application, right? And I can go to the firewall rules and I add port 80. So when the application installation is done, and you can go to the web page. The URL is basically the DNS name. So you can automatically connect to the web server. So what it means is that the application that we have installed, right, that we actually fetch the application configuration file back, and then we pass the configuration file and assign store into our database, right? So the next generation of the next version that we're going to release in Q1, actually you can put different personalities on the application. For example, these are all web servers, and you can assign different personality to it versus a database, right? And we can also make these configuration settings actionable. What that means by actionable, right? When you clone a VM, an instance is really easy. But if you want to clone the entire workload, a workload, it really means a group of applications they work together, right? So the configuration setting needs to be all configured properly, otherwise the workload is not going to work. A good example is like if you have a Hibernate and pointing to a database server, right? So in your Hibernate config, you need to have the host name of the database server and the port number, right? Otherwise, it's not going to work. So when you clone that entire workload, the configuration settings need to follow the new target database server. So the actionable, what it means is that you can assign an attribute to it to say, I want to follow the target, right? And then it's going to, when the new workload is created, the configuration setting on this application will follow the new target. So that the goal is that when new workload is created, it should be all operational, right? So that's what it means. So we have demonstrated that installing a web server is really painless. You don't need to go into the SSH into the config of the server, to modify the config, and you're up and running. See if I still have one. So I want to show you one more. So this one is like when you create a workload early on, I talk about the preview workload, right? So this is one that is a buddy press, basically it's a social networking platform, right? Now what it has in this preview platform is that you have Apache, you have MySQL, you have WordPress and BuddyPress, right? All installed together. So instead of spending the time here to see the status in it, so we already configured that, right? So what I want to show you is that if you go to the iApp tab, integrated application tab, you can see the configuration of all the applications that make up this preview workload, right? So you no longer need to SSH into the server and then you go to the configuration settings of all the applications. You can see it all here. and you can modify the configuration and also save it. Saving it doesn't mean that you save on our application, but it actually go back to the server and modify the config file of the